I spent my childhood and adolescence as an introvert. I had no friends. I couldn't form real friendships or even simple acquaintances. Then one day, I became obsessed with social skills. I started reading books like How to Win Friends and Influence People and How to Talk to Anyone. I watched countless videos. I followed every piece of advice society kept repeating. And do you know what happened? Nothing. Absolutely nothing changed. For a long time, I didn't understand why, until the day I started studying psychology and specializing in human behavior. That's when I realized something shocking. Almost everything society teaches us about social skills is nonsense. Eye contact, repeating people's names, nodding at the right time. These are superficial tricks. They have very little real value. The problem was never those techniques. The problem was my personality, my inner state, and the way I behaved at a deeper level. That's when I discovered something important. Charisma is not rare. Being liked is not complicated, and attraction is much easier than people think. So I promise you this, if you watch this video until the end and actually apply what I'm about to share, people will start feeling drawn to you without realizing why. Welcome to the second episode of the Social Skills series. Today, we're talking about charisma. Charisma consists of three elements: presence, warmth, power. These three must exist together. If the balance is broken, charisma disappears. Let's start with the first element, presence. In 1886 in the UK, two men were running for election. Near the end of the campaign, a journalist was asked about her impression of them. She said something fascinating. The first man makes me feel like he is the strongest person in the country. The second man makes me feel like I am the strongest person in the country. The second man won. Here's the first rule of charisma. You don't need to show your strength. You need to make others feel strong, and you do that through presence. When someone is talking to you, truly listen. Not listen while planning what you'll say next, and not listen while trying to look interesting. Just listen. This might sound simple, but very few people actually do it. Most people are busy thinking, what should I say next? How do I sound smart? Should I ask a question now? Stop that. When someone speaks, listen to understand, not to respond. You might wonder, how will they know I'm listening? They'll feel it, and we'll explain why when we talk about warmth. Here's the truth: in a group, there's a high chance that no one is really listening to the speaker. So if you are the one person who truly listens, something powerful happens. They feel valued, they feel seen, they feel connected. And value is what people crave the most. That's why you'll notice something strange over time. People start talking to you more than others. They open up to you, they seek you out, not because you talked more, but because you listened. The second part of presence is comfort. You must be comfortable, always, whether you're alone in a cafe, sitting with friends, or talking to someone new. Your body, your movements, your energy, everything should say, I'm at ease. People unconsciously sense this. If you're tense, they feel uneasy. If you're uncomfortable, they assume you don't want to be there. Being comfortable doesn't mean forcing confident poses or fake smiles. It means allowing yourself to be natural. If you feel like sneezing, sneeze. If you want to laugh, laugh. If you want to speak, speak. As long as you're not harming anyone, you have the right to exist fully. Think about how you act around someone you love. Your mother, your sibling. You're relaxed, unfiltered, spontaneous. That's presence. When you relax, others relax around you. When you're comfortable, they feel closer to you. This is charisma. Now let's move to the second element, warmth. Warmth means kindness, affection, and genuine care. But listen carefully. Being warm does not mean praising everyone, agreeing with everything, doing whatever people ask. That's not kindness. That's insecurity, and people sense it. True warmth comes from your inner attitude, not your words. Only 7% of communication is verbal. 93% is emotions, tone, and body language. That's why you can talk to someone who says all the right things and still feel nothing, or meet someone who barely speaks but touches you deeply. Feelings transmit. If you secretly dislike someone, they feel it. If you admire someone, they feel that too. So when you talk to someone, assume they are a good person. Look for their positive traits. Feel genuine interest in them, not fake interest, real curiosity. That feeling will come out naturally. and it will reach them without effort. Humans mirror emotions. If you feel calm, they feel calm. If you feel open, they open up. If you want to be there, they want you there too. Another part of warmth is giving value. If you know something useful, share it. If a friend casually mentions wanting to rent a house and you know a good website, tell them. But don't impose, don't force advice, don't follow up, don't push, give and let go. True generosity has no attachment. The final part of warmth is honesty with acceptance. If you don't like football, say you don't like football. But don't attack it. Accept the person, respect their interests, be honest without being harsh. Agreeing with everything makes you boring. Lying makes you untrustworthy. Honest acceptance makes you real. That's warmth. Now we reach the final element. Power, presence, and warmth without power will not create charisma. Power comes from inner strength. I'll keep this brief because it deserves its own video. First, don't talk about yourself too much. Don't seek approval. Second, don't be afraid to say no. Your principles are yours. You don't need to justify them. If you don't drink alcohol, say no. If someone crosses your boundaries, stop them. Calmly, firmly, without explanation. Third, strong body language. Your psyche affects your body, and your body affects your psyche. Be comfortable, take space, move freely. Imagine you are the strongest person in the room. Not arrogant, grounded. Sit like you belong, because you do. Charisma is not about tricks. It's about who you are being. When you combine presence, warmth, and power, people don't just like you. They feel drawn to you. And the benefits go far beyond social life. Charisma helps you work better, lead better, live better. This is the Social Skills series. Watch the previous episodes. They are connected. Take care of yourselves.